Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Emma and I am really pleased to talk to you today about a new junk journal / art journal that I'm going to be making. So I thought I'd talk you through some of the bits and pieces I'm going to be using. Before I do, if you are new to my channel, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you enjoy my videos. I've got all sorts on my channel, so please do check them out, from art journaling, junk journaling, and also art demos and tutorials, as I'm an artist and art tutor as well. So if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. So let's get started. So this is a little sort of flip book that I think is also sort of known as revision cards. So I know a lot of students use these. This is something I've had around for quite some time. It's not been used and the paper is quite thin, so what I thought I'd do is look through some of my sort of doodle paintings and bits and pieces that I'm going to cut up and put in here on the pages. Because lots of times, you know, we've got lots of different little art experiments or just bits and pieces, and you know, I don't really want to put all of it into my art portfolio folders, so I thought I could just use these, cut them up, and use them to make a small art journal / junk journal. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got a few different bits and pieces in here that I've done. Some for teaching, some just, you know, just for fun. Some sort of, these are sketches I've done in various different graphite pencils. This is watercolor pencil, some neurographic art, some little studies, all sorts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up and use them up and put them in here. And I've also got some bits and pieces here that I'm going to use to sort of decorate the cover. So this is a offcut from an old box of perfume, and I loved it because it's all shiny. So this I'm probably going to put on the front. I've also got some textured paper, some other little offcuts, little labels. I've also got some buttons and beads and embellishments, so I might stick a couple of these down as well. And I've got some of these which are sort of used for edging for card making. You just sort of peel them off and stick them down. So I'll be using a combination of all of this to make this little journal. So I will see you again in a minute, and let's get making. Hi everybody, welcome back to this video. So I wanted to show you more or less the end result. So as you saw earlier, I've been sort of looking at different bits and pieces to add to this old set of revision cards that I hadn't used. And the brilliant thing about this is you can also just like arrange them and pull them out like this and sort of look at all of them. Which is really quite nice, and obviously they're sort of double-sided, so I thought I'd just tell you a bit more about how I've sort of arranged the bits and pieces, the different little sort of page tags of them. So as I showed you in the beginning, this shiny bit of card was from a perfume box. I had some loads and loads of offcuts, which I often use when I'm making other journals or making cards, any type of crafting. I always have bits and pieces left over, and often they're sort of really quite small bits that you don't really know what to do with. So if you've got something this size, really small, it's absolutely ideal. So as I showed you in the beginning as well, I thought it would be a good idea to sort of decorate some of these pages with some of my sort of little bits and pieces of artwork. So what I've done also with the artwork is I've cut some of them in half so that I've got sort of some on sort of different pages. I've also started to do a little bit of journaling. Again, this one I sort of cut in half, so I've got half here, half here. And again, more of these sort of random little strips of paper that I thought would work quite well. And again, more journaling going on here. So you can see how these sort of pages are starting to build. And this one was a little sort of mini portrait I did of an owl using oil pastels. Now, these can smudge and leave sort of marks on other pages next to it. So what I did is I had sort of a old sort of plastic sleeve that you use to put pieces of paper in a folder, and I basically just cut a piece of it out and just stuck it down on top, just so it sort of protects this one, so I don't get all sort of different marks and smudges on it. So that's another top tip that I give for you, is if you have got any artwork you want to use that maybe you've used pastel or something that might just sort of rub off, if you've got sort of any plastic sleeves that you you know, in any folders that you use to keep pieces of paper in, they're usually sort of A4 size, then you can obviously sort of cut those to size and then just sort of stick them on top as sort of a sort of protector for some of your pages. So I do that sometimes. Again, here are my sort of peel-offs for card making. Again, these are some of my other pieces of artwork I've just sort of decided to cut into squares, just as a bit more random. I've got some old tags here as well. Here's some words from some magazines that I just liked the sort of font, so I just cut around that and stuck that down. Again, random bits of paper. More text from magazines. Another little sort of doodle. What else have we got? We have got actually these that you can see. I've used these sort of peel-offs for card making. Once you've used them all up, you'll often have, you know, just the sort of outlines. So what I've decided to do is just use that up as well, so it kind of looks like it might be like flowers or vines or something growing, but I thought it looked quite interesting, so I've used that up as well. So it's not just sort of the main ones that you're using the outside as well. I've got a tag here which I will write something on at some point. Again, some more bits that I've cut up, and this one is blank. I will put something on it, I'm not sure yet. And again, I've got sort of the back pages and the inside of the front page to do. But I wanted to just give you sort of a little basic tour of this and just give you some ideas. So if you've got any sort of offcuts, random little bits of card or paper, anything that you like out of magazines, it could be photographs, you might want to do a collage of something. If there's any text, any font that you like, any patterned paper or card, anything from packaging boxes, as I said, sort of you could use sort of boxes of tea, you could use perfume boxes, all sorts. You'll be surprised what you can use up. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you soon for my next video.